What's up? What's up, y'all? Polo Sports Talking Entertainment here again with another one. Make sure you smash the like, hit the sub, comments, notifications. You know the deal. You know the drill. Just getting done, working out and everything, and right to, about to get right into this. Okay, Aaron Rodgers, man, bounced back yesterday with a 35-17 win against the Packers. Uh, I mean, Aaron Rodgers just completely dismantled and dominated the the whole entire time. Now, it did start off as if though it was going to be somewhat of a tough matchup, but Aaron Rodgers, man, he pulled something out of the hat, and um, he was talking about how people were overreacting, to the loss last week to the Saints, which is naturally people are going to be a prisoner of the moment. Look, I'm not going to say that Aaron Rodgers is trash or anything. I would never say that about um, a Super Bowl champion and a multiple time MVP. I wouldn't go that far. But one can't argue that he wasn't playing quite up to the level in which people wanted him to. The last couple of years, even though he was the MVP and everything, he still came up short, last season or whatnot. But I think that he's on a mission to show people that last year he wasn't himself. Uh, he threw for 22 or 27 passes, a dynamic completion percentage for 255, and then also four touchdowns. Uh, and that's his seventh career game with at least four touchdowns. And he joins the company with Drew Brees and Peyton, uh, that have more, are the ones amongst him that have more in NFL history. Um, you know, he where he struggled at last week was when he threw. I think it was under the standard pressure because he threw a 13 of 26 for 126, and it was completely different because he thrived against the Lions, and he was able to exceed what he did last week. Now, this bounce back win, it told a lot. It really told a lot. Uh, it was a combination of Aaron Rodgers and that boy Aaron Jones. I don't think a lot of people are giving Aaron Jones his just due. You know, he came in. He had a phenomenal game himself. You know, uh, he lived up he lived up to that big contract. And definitely showed prowess. Uh, you know, he totaled 115 yards. Uh, which was 67 rushing and 48 passes with 23 touches. You know, I think that Jones is going to make this this offense is going to be the kicker. Now, I don't know what was going on with the Lions, especially I would say in the second half. In the first half, the Lions were really complete, competing and everything. But then after that, it's just like the Lions just completely fell apart, and they couldn't do anything because the game got away from them, especially in the third quarter. That's when Green Bay pretty much blew the game wide open. They just blew the game right completely open. Uh, I don't think that I don't think that Jared Goff is he's trying to get used to the whole system. You could really see it. You know, uh, I, I never myself personally, I never liked Jared Goff like that, but I felt like he did have something to prove. I'm not calling him trash or anything like that, but I just felt like he really had something to prove. Um, as I said before, that first half it wasn't nothing that you could say to where about the Lions that they weren't competing. Okay, but it was just the second half. The Packers truly they controlled it because they had the lead, 17-14, and the Lions did. This is what the Lions had to do in order to win that second half. Okay, they needed to cut down on the turnovers on downs, fumbles, punt, interception, and those were the things that really killed them in the second half. You know, I don't think that a lot of people were expecting this type of blowout. Well, it wasn't. I wouldn't say it wasn't a complete blowout. It wasn't like Tampa Bay and the Falcons or anything like that. But it was just like they blew the game wide open when it was necessary. Um, do I see the Packers making a big push at the towards the end of the season? Absolutely. I do see them still being a force to reckon with. I'm not going to sleep on them. Aaron Rodgers, he knows he's hearing the criticism. He's hearing what people are saying about him, and I won't go away from that about what I said about Aaron Rodgers, about him not being such a team guy. That's something that everybody can work on. That's something that everybody can work on. Being able to be a good fit for your team. Because you're the quarterback, you're the leader, and you're the one that galvanizes the troop, so to speak. Jared Goff, man, he had an okay game, but it wasn't evident of the score. He completed 26 to 36 at 246 with two touchdowns and one interception. You know, um, the and this is another thing too that I noticed about the game. I wish I would have did a post game right after this, but I apologize, y'all. I was just truly knocked out. I had a hell of a day yesterday. The the Green Bay's offense, it was solid from the jump. It wasn't evident that that it was because they were both neck and neck, but it was solid from the jump. Uh, even as the Lions had came out red hot, they were able to match them, with their offense as well as their defense. In the first half, and the Lions, uh, firing off on all cylinders, it didn't phase the Green Bay Packers. Now, this is another thing too. Defensively, the Packers, they were able to clamp down in that second half, and they shut down Detroit, and they had a crucial fumble and as well as an interception. A lot of people think that it was play after play, and no, that was just on offense. But it always goes back to defense. Um, I give the Lions a little bit of credit. They came into the the ball game and gave it their all. Uh, they had that I think it was that 80-yard, 75, 80-yard touchdown drive to begin the game. So they were really coming with it. They were trying to KO 'em. Uh, they scored on three of their first four drives of the night. But after after the break, man, after that halftime, man, they turned the ball over twice. They fumbled, and then they had the interception, and plus they punted. They had to punt too. So I think that's what killed Detroit. But I think that Jared Goff will try to come back. Like I said, I'm not the biggest Jared Goff fan, but I'm not going to sit here and say that Jared Goff cannot come back and be any type of force to be reckoned with. He's going to learn eventually. You said the Lions have no linebackers, and Goff isn't ready for prime time. Well, and salute to you, Scrub Zero. I can agree with that. Now, as far as prime time, I wouldn't go that far, but the Lions, they have a defense. They have rookies. That's another thing. Their secondary is young. Like they're being thrown in the fire. That's like not so good at first, but then when you do it and then they become successful at it, then you'll be like, oh, okay, I understand why they put him in the fire like that, because now look at him. I understand why they threw him in the wolves. He became a bigger beast now. If that makes any sense. Because I believe that because the Lions had a good draft. They had a good draft by far. They were one of the teams that had a good draft, and you could see they came out punching, they came out swinging. That this isn't the old Lions like, um, well, I would say before the Megatron and Matt Stafford days and everything. This isn't the old Lions where they were just getting just plummeted it right from jump start. They actually came out and they were like, okay, this is gonna be somewhat of a good game. But then you know what happens, man, when you get under pressure, man. Sometimes you go back to what your habit is, and what you're used to, and that's what they did. And the Packers, they took advantage of that. So y'all tell me what you think. Like this video, share it, subscribe, also hit the notifications too. Until then, it's Polo Sports Talk and ENT. I'm gonna get at y'all later.